Are Haas the slowest team in Formula 1 in 2025? Well, if you're going to go off the evidence of the opening round of the season in Australia, you would have to say yes. You would have to say yes. Esteban Ocon and Ollie Bearman both had an absolutely shocking weekend to start the 2025 season. And this is a team that was really on the up last season. They easily could have got 6th place in the Constructors' Championship. They only missed out in the end by the narrowest of margins behind Alpine, thanks to Alpine's completely unexpected double podium at the Brazilian Grand Prix. But fast forward a few months, a new driver lineup has not heralded better results for the American outfit in Formula 1. Like I said, Australia was not good at all. Ollie Bearman was clearly struggling to get that car under control. He crashed out in FP1, he crashed out again in FP3, he wasn't able to run in FP2 because he crashed out in FP1, the damage wasn't repaired from that point. And they qualified on merit last of the lot. In fact, he didn't even set a time in qualifying, did Ollie Bearman, and Esteban Ocon was able to set a time, but it was the slowest time of all, down in 19th position. They both, I should say that Bearman elected to start from the pit lane. Esteban Ocon took his 19th grid slot on the grid. It didn't really yield anything better during the race. They both managed to finish the race, but they finished in 13th and 14th place. They were the last of the two runners, despite all the chaos ahead of them in terms of the likes of the Ferraris really struggling out on a very wet track on dry tyres, people spinning, people losing out massive amounts of time. They still finished effectively last. It was a really, really poor race for them. The pace in the car just was not there. Now, this is of course just one race. It does not make a season, but the fact that the likes of Aston Martin and Sauber have scored points, and Williams look really good as well this season. They've got some real pace in that car. Their one saving grace really is that Alpine didn't manage to score. Pierre Gasly got 11th place during the Grand Prix, but the qualifying pace of that Alpine, the fact he started up in the top 10, means that car will probably score points through the season. Racing Bulls 2 didn't manage to score any points. Hadjar had a crash before the race even started, and Yuki Tsunoda had problems of his own, but he still managed to finish ahead of the two Haas cars. It is just one race, the Australian Grand Prix, a very unique kind of circumstances around that. But like I said in my Ferrari are in trouble video, the fact that they were slow in qualifying when it was dry and also in intermediate conditions as well tells me that there's a real range of conditions there that the car just does not perform very well in. If I was a Haas fan, I'd be very worried. It is not looking great for them. They're going to need to improve things a lot to really get up into that midfield battle, because right now, on their current pace, they're even slower than the Saubers. The Saubers both out-qualified. Gabriel Bortoleto got into Q2 on merit. So there's pace in that car even, especially over one lap. I think they're going to really struggle, Who are they going to beat this season, The Alpines and the Racing Bulls are on the same amount of points to them, absolutely nothing. But like I said, Aston Martin are off the mark. Sauber are off the mark. And Williams are off the mark, and Williams are going to do well this season going on their current pace. They really, really are. So, yeah, Haas right now, going off that first race, are the slowest car on the grid. Simple as that. Maybe they'll improve things in China. China's a very different circuit, but, they're going to have to perform. The pressure is very much going to be on that team, and how things can change fast in Formula 1. Everybody was saying, these cars are going to be an evolution, not a revolution. The pecking order will be the same as last season. Absolutely not. It's changed so much. Mercedes looked, Ferrari looked terrible. Haas looked terrible. Williams looked great. So don't actually look too bad. Aston Martin don't look great, but they don't look terrible either. So I'm going to be fascinated to see how they can dig themselves out of this. But for a team that are probably on the smallest budget in Formula 1, in a cost cap era with 2026 right around the horizon, this could be a season where Haas finished 10th and dead last in the Constructors. It's possible. But guys, what do you think? Do you think Haas are the slowest car on the grid at the moment in Formula 1? Your thoughts in the comments below. And for much more F1 news and opinion pieces just like this, do subscribe to our channel, of course, F1Chronicle.com. Head over to our Substack. We're the largest F1 Substack newsletter in the world, which I'm very proud about. And I'll have another video at the end of this one for you guys to check out. I'll probably link the Ferrari one in. That would have gone out earlier today if you're on YouTube. If you're on one of the other platforms, just go search up the video. Go look on our channel. There's plenty to pick from. Really do appreciate your support as always. And see you soon, guys. Have a great start to your week.